Hi there. In this video, we'll be covering what does a thought leader mean? The tips in this video will help you take your platform to new heights. By the end of this video, you will learn how to hone your message, how to establish yourself as a thought leader, and why writing a book might be a great option for you. And stay tuned until the end of the video for a free opportunity. Let's dive in. Being a thought leader means that you're somebody that others look to for guidance and insight about an industry, about a different topic, about something that you have some experience in. You have a viewpoint or perspective that's maybe a little bit different, maybe goes against the grain, but it means that you are established in the space and you're someone that others look to for guidance and insight into the industry, into topics, into various areas. In order to be a thought leader, you really need to have some level of experience. Your expertise and perspectives need to carry some weight. So there needs to be something that you've done in this space to get to that level. You can't just come in with a bunch of opinions and just spout off ideas and become a thought leader. That's not exactly how this works. You need to have some background of understanding. You need to step into the space and really explore it. And from there, take those experiences and perspectives and galvanize them into your viewpoints. Once you have this experience and once you have opinions and ideas to share, you need to take the next step and share those ideas and perspectives through videos, through essays, through books. Thought leaders convey their opinions and perspectives in so many different ways, in so many different venues. And in order to really establish yourself as a thought leader, to take it to that next level, you need to share your perspectives in some capacity, whether that's on social media, whether that's through books, videos, or some other avenue. By sharing all those things, it allows you to build an audience of followers, of people that are interested in listening to you and hearing your take. That's really that next level of thought leadership, is all about building a network, building connections, taking the guidance and ideas you have and taking it to that next level. Because as a thought leader, you need to be somebody who's sharing your perspectives, who's putting things out in the world. It's not enough just to have opinions. It really is about that next level. And writing a book is such a great way to take the next step in thought leadership. When you think of somebody as credible, there's an air of credibility around them. There's an established perspective around what they do and what they say. There's really no better way to do that than with a book. A book is a really great way to get your message told. It's a great way to get your name out there. And it's a great way to establish yourself and your expertise in a specific area. But that's the thing that's interesting, though. It's not enough just to put out a book. It needs to be a book that connects. It needs to be a book that draws people in. It needs to be a book that reflects your aims as a thought leader. What do you want to accomplish as a thought leader? What are the things that you want to be known for? Being able to put those things in writing and have them in this permanent way. It's so easy to see videos and websites and social media pages come and go, but it's another thing entirely to be able to take that next step in books with something as timeless and something as long-standing as a book. It really allows you to establish your credibility in a deeper way, in a longer-standing way. So many of the things that we put out into the world are short-term, and a book is long-term. A book is forever. And I love that. I love the fact that somebody could read a book 20 years or 100 years from now and still look at the guidance conveyed in that book, that some of these lessons will translate and carry forward. One of the great things about writing a book is that you get to enter yourself into this space, this kind of pantheon of thought leadership in your specific industry, and the things that you put out there kind of build upon what's already been out there. That the books that came before yours, the ideas that came before yours, maybe some of them are great, some of them are outdated, maybe you have a different approach, and being able to put your stamp on it all and bring your perspective to this, to really put your message out there, it's such a great thing and so exciting to be able to connect it. And then someone else can come along 5-10 years later and write their book, and maybe their book overlaps with yours, maybe your book's different than theirs. It's neat to see how everything all fits together, but these messages and stories need to be told, and it's great to get them out there. Working with a ghostwriter is a great way to get your book written. I work as a ghostwriter, and I've adored the chance to work with thought leaders because they are people who have expertise in their space. They have a message. They understand what they're trying to say. And by writing a book, they can take that next step in thought leadership, that next step in success, that next step in transforming their horizons. It's just so special to see that process. As someone who's trying to establish themselves as a thought leader, you really want to write a high quality book. You want to write a book that's going to stand the test of time. And the best way to do so is by working with people who have established themselves in the book space, who are experts in this area. You know, you're probably an expert on your specific category, and you want people to come and talk to you and work with you for the thought leadership that you can provide and the success that you can provide. You know, it's similar in the book space. You know, I want to be able to help people take the next step for themselves and help them write the best story possible. And I see so often where people will write a book themselves without help. They will just write what they think is needed, and they come up with a draft. And to see that actual result, you see what it could have been. You see the potential of it, but you see where it missed. There's so many times where I'll read a book, I'll read a manuscript, and it's just not what it could be. And because of that, the expectations fall short. You know, the ability to market and promote yourself, to build your network and build your connections and really establish yourself in the space gets compromised. Just because of the fact that you either didn't have the expertise, you know, or you didn't rely on people who had understanding, or you jumped ahead and wanted to just, you know, publish something. This isn't just about publishing a book and just pushing something out into the world. This is about putting the best thing out in the world, the best thing to establish yourself and to further your goals. And working with great people is going to help make that process easier. When I work with CEOs and thought leaders, it really helps because they have such a great understanding of what they want to say, their message, the takeaways, the way it's going to impact the readers, but also how it's going to help their network and platform grow, which is really what that next step is all about. It's all about platform growth. And I go back to one specific client I worked with, and he was in the business space, a tech business leader, and he came in with a manuscript that was pretty good. He was a pretty good writer, but it was missing a couple things. There were some gaps, and it was awesome to be able to collaborate with him and lean on his experiences and talk to him about why these stories mattered. You know, we were able to reorganize the entire book, refine it, you know, take out all the things that didn't quite connect, punch up the stories that did matter the most, and put out this awesome, powerful book into the world. And he was then able to use it to springboard into a new executive job, great opportunities, awesome networking. You know, I love to see the 5-star ratings on Amazon that pop up. Every time someone reviews it, it feels like it's a 5-star rating. It sends a message. When you're a thought leader and you put out a great book, a 5-star book or 4.5-star book, it sends a message to the reader and it sends a message to your clients that you're for real, that you're legit and you know what you're talking about. But being able to take your message and put it out there and to use it to build bridges with other people in the community and other people in your space, it allows you to stand taller along with other people. This isn't just about a singular pursuit. This is about connecting and collaborating and you know, driving success forward. It's just an awesome thing to be able to see the results when I work with somebody and I know that their book is as strong as it can be, and because of that, their platform is growing and they're even establishing themselves further as a thought leader. If you want to learn more about becoming a thought leader and how a book can help get you there, head to my website, goodghostwriter.com. You can click the link below. There you can schedule a one-on-one strategy call with me, a free strategy call, and we can talk all about your goals, your ambitions, your dreams, you know, what it means for you to take the next step in thought leadership, and how a book can help get you there. I'd love to be able to give you any guidance I can from my experience writing books. I'd love to be able to help you, just guide you forward in any way possible. Remember, good ghostwriting makes great books. I'm Dan Good. Thanks for watching.